Anyway, not to worry. Should we start?
There's no water in mine.
No, you always never like water. You always never like water. Stupid. It's a beautiful Melbourne morning out there, and it's funny, we've done many of these episodes of Magic Mornings, and it has never failed so far, has it come out, to have been a beautiful Melbourne morning out there.
It is beautiful out there. In fact, I think Sean should move to Melbourne.
He should.
We should start a petition, change.org.
Even just for the better weather. Even just for the better weather, Sean. And the culture, you should move here.
Absolutely.
I didn't mean that about culture, by the way, but I did mean about the weather. Welcome to Magic Morning, sponsored by these guys. Who are they called? Piper Magic. Where are they based? Up in Queensland, I believe.
Good stuff, good stuff. Now, Dean.
Yes.
Today's episode.
Oh, yeah.
Is the Connecting with People episode.
The Connecting with People episode.
Now, Dean, you might have noticed around my neck.
I just did notice that.
Is that this saucy little number here?
It's headphones. Do you normally, when you're not, do you use headphones in your life?
I do use headphones.
Do you use these kind of Apple fakes?
Okay, we'll get to the fake.
You're more of a big, expensive Bose man.
No, I'm not a Bose man. No, I'm a subtle corporate type. You know, put the headphones in.
Just the one. Sometimes it's just the one.
Sometimes just the one.
Yeah, me too. I'm all over the Apple.
So, Dean,
if only these were real Apple, they'd be used to this thing we had to review. I could have had the headphones.
This is Unplugged.
Unplugged by Taiwan Ben.
Taiwan Ben Magic.
I've seen other Taiwan Ben stuff. Have you seen his other stuff, Taiwan Ben?
I have.
Yeah, me too. Go on.
Enough said about that. So, this is a headphone effect because in connecting with...
A headphone effect. Can you imagine, like,
that's honestly,
category. 20 years ago, there were no headphone effects. I used to have the Kamal Magic Company catalogue and the Supreme Magic Company catalogue as a child. There was never a category called Tricks with Headphones. Ever. Ever.
So these are Apple style...
That's good. Apple style headphones. Apple style headphones.
That's right, and they've got, they look fairly legitimate.
Hey, they all look legit. All the fakes look legitimate.
That's true.
It's when it comes down to the circuitry.
That's right. Sadly though, these are not real headphones, so you can't use them as real headphones, much to our disappointment.
No. Oh, you can't actually, they don't actually function.
They do not function as headphones, no. But they do function for the purposes of the effect. The effect
which is useful.
You have a card chosen, as you'll be seeing on your screen now, and using your headphones, which you remove from your iPhone, more about the iPhone later.
Yeah, right.
You then magically reveal the selected card with the headphone wire.
Right.
Would you like a demonstration, Dean?
Well, I can't imagine what you're talking about.
I know.
Let's have a look.
So, I mean, you could be seeing this on your screen through the trailer video, or you could be watching me
in reality
right now. Watch.
Wow.
And there it is.
That's amazing.
2 hearts. Dean, did you choose the 2 hearts?
No, I chose the double cherry muffin of wire, so it's correct.
Close enough.
Yeah.
You want to have a go?
No, I'll have a go. Yeah, I'll have a go at something. What about this? Put that back round your neck.
Thank you. So this is Taiwan Ben. He's come up with this headphone effect, which also doubles as a neat scarf.
It does. And it's really good for this weather to do that. It's amazing.
It is.
I can just see you in the morning.
The trailer for this...
Where's my headphones gone? It's really cold around my neck.
The trailer for this looks okay. It looks okay. What you receive in the package is, I think, less than stellar.
Less than stellar, Trick Stellar with the card.
That's right.
Also less than the first episode.
Stella from A Streetcar Named Desire.
Less than her. Less than the character Stella.
Correct. The wire. The problem I have with this is the wire that you get has some creases in it, and those creases
facilitate the effect.
Correct. But it just looks a bit odd when you've got this wire hanging out and it's got these very jagged creases in it.
I will say that the performance of it, that I don't know whether it's Taiwan Ben doing it or whether it's one of his friends, but it does look much better than what you just did then. Proving that that is another misleading trailer, I think.
It's a little bit misleading.
What Kamal just did then, you can't do that any better than what...
I've tried and tried.
The cold, hard reality of this trick is that was it, what we just looked at there.
Yep.
Right, that's it. This reminds me, as I know it does you, Kamal, of that trick years ago where it was a wire and you used to heat it up.
That was a great trick.
What was it called?
I don't remember, actually.
You get them in all sorts of... You get all the cards.
But you'd need a lighter for that.
You'd need a lighter and no one's got them anymore.
Yeah.
People used to come into the shop and go like, they used to want specific cards and that. Do you remember? They want like a Joker or they want like an Ace of Diamonds.
Yep. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. So
anyway, back to the headphone
back
trick.
to the headphone trick.
So the headphones don't work.
The headphones don't work.
It feels a little clumsy to me. It probably looks a little clumsy. Looks a lot clumsy, really.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about this one.
Well, that reminds me of last fortnight when I didn't know what to say about any of the products either. And that's kind of in the same position this week. I don't know what to say, other than it's quite a good trick for a young person to show if they're out. But everyone wears it. I wear headphones, and I'm not exactly a young person. I can show this trick. It is quite good to show people if you're in a social situation where you might have your headphones and your pack of cards. And again, it's another interesting way of doing magic with everyday objects.
Now, Dean, I do have to take umbrage at one thing.
What's that?
The use of the word umbrage. It should never be used.
It should never be used, should it?
No,
it should never be used.
In the instructions for this effect, it does mention you can prove that the headphones are real. Now, the way you do that, and I don't think I'm giving anything away here. Well, hang on a second, my scarf is come.
Were you feeling cold?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, well, something's up. Oh, it's the scarf.
The way to prove that these are real headphones is you can play some music through your phone, through the speakers, and then take the headphone the headphone in, and plug it into the headphone jack on your phone. Now, plugging it in will cause the music to stop, as if the music is now being piped through your headphones.
Right, it just blocks it.
It just stops it from playing. It tricks your phone into thinking there's something connected when really there's not.
It's very tricky, isn't it?
Yeah,
but to me, does that prove that headphones are... I don't get it. Why would we even need to prove that headphones are real? Just in case you think these are fake headphones that don't work. What even are fake headphones?
We should have called this episode the fake episode, because there's a few fake things in this episode.
Is there such a thing as just a facsimile of headphones that they just don't work? They look like headphones, but they don't work as headphones. What use would that ever have in the real world except for this trick? I'm confused. Are you confused?
A little bit. I'm not sure what to say about this. Who do you think's buying this?
I don't know.
People? Yeah. Old people? Middle people? Middle-earth people?
Middle-earth, yeah. Hobgoblins? I don't know. I guess anyone who wants to do a trick with headphones and cards. If you're out there and you're going, hey, I really want to do a trick where my headphones become a card, I don't think it matters how old you are. If this is the kind of thing you wear, and most people have headphones like this, of all ages, it's not exactly a modern thing. They've been around since pretty much the beginning of the iPhone, haven't they? Yeah, maybe not quite that long, but headphones have been around since the 80s. I don't know. Can we stop talking about it?
Okay, good.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, but I have nothing else to say about
That's right. Moving on to
I don't have anything to say about this either.
Effect. This is iPhone. Ooh, iPhone. Ooh, blurry.
Yeah.
This is a fairly hot new release thing. There's a lot of buzz on the internet around the iPhone.
What do people say about it?
Not to confuse with the iPhone.
The actual iPhone.
This is the iPhone.
The iPhone.
Not the iPhone.
iPhone.
Correct.
And it's quite a catchy title because it is a way for you to see certain information that they don't know you're seeing.
Yeah, so in effect, it's a peak type device using a mobile phone. What looks like a genuine Apple iPhone. Now, I'm not sure if Alan Boyd. This is by Alan Boyd by way of Mark Mason. You think they'll get sued for this?
Don't know.
Apple will come after
them?
Maybe.
Maybe it's worth it just to get them out there, get a cease and desist, then pull them out.
Yeah.
Pull them off. I don't know what it's like in that world. Whether it's worth it for a while. Because do people just go straight to the suing stage, or do they?
Absolutely.
Is there an interim?
No, there's no negotiation.
Okay. Maybe it's not worth it then, but I don't know. Maybe there's a way around it because it's not actually called an iPhone.
So this is the Connecting with People episode, and this particular effect is touted as a way for you to connect with people, have them write something important down on the back of a business card.
Right.
You place that business card face down in your credit card holder on the back of your iPhone.
Which is what some people have.
Yeah, a lot of people have these.
Credit card holders on the back of iPhone.
In lieu of a wallet.
Yeah.
And the magical iPhone allows you to basically sneak a peek.
Tell them what it says.
Tell them what it says, that's right.
Tell them what it says that they've written down in some interesting way.
Yep.
What do you think?
I had some issues with this, mostly from, as it's presented in the DVD in the performance, Mark Mason performs this with some terrible jokes. Don't use his jokes, they're not very good.
Yeah.
But he performs this while standing up and the iPhone is on a table, down at waist height. I tried to do that exact same thing and I could not get this to work.
Because you couldn't see the necessary information clearly.
I couldn't get my eye
around the phone
to see the information. So I did find though, sitting at a table worked a lot better. But how often are you going to be sitting at a table doing a trick with business cards and your iPhone? And look, it's okay.
So what you're saying, you've got to be sat down to do this. You've got to be quite close to the item in order to be able to see it.
Yes. And look, I think this is an okay trick.
I suppose
I love it.
I suppose peak devices have got that problem, haven't they? Almost exclusively, like peak devices won't work if the lighting's not quite right. They won't work if you're. It's really only lighting that affects.
You raise a good point, actually, with this particular device. Lighting is crucial. Without appropriate lighting, if you're in a nightclub and it's dark, Firstly, why are you doing magic at a nightclub? But secondly,
why are you even doing it? Like, just have a good time.
That's right.
If you're at a nightclub, just enjoy it.
Yeah. Find a better trick to...
This stuff, not even any trick.
Yeah,
these things shouldn't even come into nightclubbing, should they?
But should you want to, don't. This will not work in a dark area. You need some light to make this work. As opposed to our old favourite, the thought transmitter.
Oh, remember the thought transmitter?
Which also cannot be performed in the dark. And I don't think we even get the thought transmitter anymore.
No, well, we should have kept a couple of them. They'd be collector's items now.
But back to the iPhone.
Yeah, well, what I think about the iPhone is that it's... Alright, so the iPhone as opposed to an actual iPhone. The trick the iPhone is that it's a remarkably engineered piece of equipment considering it's just a peak device.
True.
And they're normally wallets, aren't they? Let's face it.
That's true.
They're normally wallets, or I think that Alakazam put out a great one that was in a credit card holder.
Yep.
A credit card clasped holder. I don't know how it works. It's very clever. Which is, again, just a kind of like another way of doing a wallet. It makes sense because that's what the business cards are in. This makes sense too because, yes, people put the business cards on the back of the phone. But I look at this and I'm a bit confused by it because I see this really engineered fake... Am I allowed to say that it's a fake iPhone?
It's a fake iPhone.
A fake iPhone, which looks exactly like a real one. And I'm like, wow, there's like a lot of gear here.
Yeah.
For this one thing that's usually done with wallets. And I'm like... I don't know.
You think they've invented a trick to solve a non-existent problem, Dean?
Yeah, it's exactly what I was going to say. It's almost like if I got this kind of engineered fake iPhone, I'd want it to just be one that just vanished or something. Like you go, hey, check that out, it's gone.
A latex iPhone would be amazing.
They had a latex iPod once.
Really?
Yeah, and they never released them as phones again. But there's some great latex items.
Do you think they got sued as well?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. There's some great rubberized items on the market, but an iPhone isn't one of them. I wish I had one of them. But yeah, something that would be for such an over-engineered piece of faked apparatus. You'd just think, you'd hope it would do more. Like it'd be a different trick, like a vanishing iPhone. You put it in a. There is a vanishing iPhone in the case.
But look, the method for this is simple, reasonably clever.
I think very clever. Yeah.
Yeah. It's somewhat angle-proof. I'd say.
As long as you can read it properly in the right kind of situation.
Yeah, but it's reasonably angle-proof. It does what it says. I'd say a fairly accurate trailer, apart from the whole standing up, sitting down thing.
It's a very accurate representation of what happened. When I watched the trailer, I thought, I didn't even get that, which is probably right that I shouldn't get that it's a phone, because it should be invisible to the spectator.
Yep.
The method is so well concealed in a phone, which is an everyday object, that I didn't understand what was facilitating the peak. But that to me also suggests, well, maybe we should just have it in a wallet then. Like if it's just something. Is the iPhone a more natural thing to have out on the table when you do it?
It might be. Maybe who has a wallet anymore?
Exactly, who has a wallet that's the right size of the ones that are made as peak ones anyway. So maybe I might be wrong here. Maybe this is the right thing to do now. This maybe is the right prop to do peaks with.
Are you suggesting you might be a dinosaur?
Yeah, and if I was, I'd be a Stegosaurus.
Why is that?
Don't know. So
who's buying this, Dean?
Well, it looks expensive, but I'm not going to talk about money. So
do you think it is $100?
I don't know. It might be $100. This.
I don't think it is. It
Do
can't
you reckon it might be 100? You know
it's
what?
well made.
If that is more than 100,
go on.
I would not buy it.
Okay.
But buy this if it is less than 100.
Interesting call.
It's not more than 100, Sean. Do you reckon it's more than 100?
We're hoping.
Oh, if that's more than 100, wow. I'm in trouble if that's more than 100.
Hope you didn't buy too many. Anyways, moving on. So connecting with people with your iPhone.
Yep.
Now,
the iPhone.
Speaking of connecting with people, Dean, because this is the Connecting with People episode.
It is indeed the Connecting with People episode.
This is the ultimate networking tool.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is very
cool.
good.
Now again, we don't know how much this is.
It's less than 100.
Good.
This might... I might even suggest that this might be less.
No.
I can't say anything.
No. But the Ultimate Networking Tool, Dean, give us a quick summary of what this is.
Alright, so the Ultimate Networking Tool is an idea for not only doing a trick with, again, business cards and a peak device in the form of a wallet this time, so the technology, a little bit of backward technology from the iPhone, but it's also a whole process of getting someone's information just simply to call them about work. So say you're at a gig at a function and you're wandering around and someone says, I'd really like to get you for my husband's 40th or my wife's 50th or whatever.
As a magician or something else?
Anything. Tarzanogram, Elvisogram. I booked an Elvisogram once for my sister-in-law's birthday. Yeah, it was funny. Anyway, it was the only time I'd ever booked an ogram. And it was an Elvis one for...
Did I too? I booked one of those ogram type things.
Are you reading this?
No, I'm not reading this. I booked one of those ogram type things.
Did you?
Yeah, I got someone to dress up as an iPhone. So they came along as a telegram.
That wasn't planned, was it?
No, not at all.
You can tell that wasn't planned. It's just because it fits in with what we're doing here.
Yeah.
What do you ask me?
What is it
exactly?
Yeah, it's a networking tool.
It's a networking tool woven into trickery.
Yep.
So and it's really, really clever. Say someone says to you, I'd really like to get you for my, come and do a party for me. You'd say, well, you need that person's details, or you might give them your card, but that's questionable that they're going to get back to you then. Like in this industry, like you giving your card is not as reliable as you think. People chuck them away. They burn them. They roll them up into cigarettes and smoke tobacco with them and all sorts of things. But if you got their business card, and this is what my agents always said to me, if you get their business card, then we can get somewhere now, because now we can call them, right? And so what if they haven't got a business card? Well, you say, hey, I've got your business card in my wallet. And they go, no way. And you go, yeah, I've got your business card in my wallet. And then you do a couple of really funny gags based around the wordplay of you having their business card in your wallet. And then I think we can probably show the business card, Kamal, actually, what it looks like. There's like a set of business cards inside here. Oh no, we shouldn't. You're right.
No, we shouldn't.
No, because we don't want to give the joke away.
Yeah.
Because you pay for the trick, but you also pay for the gags and the routines.
Yeah, there's a couple of good jokes in here which are worth the price of admission.
Absolutely.
For starters, writing a contact's information down on a napkin is just not very professional. Napkins rip, they're hard to organize, and there's nothing worse than having a bunch of these balled up in your pocket by the end of the night.
The Ultimate Networking Tool will make you look creative, clever, and very prepared.
This gives you a great system for keeping your contacts organized.
Using your cell phone at a paid gig can make you look unprofessional.
With the Ultimate Networking Tool, there's no miscommunication in loud venues or having to ask your contact to repeat themselves over and over again.
It will help you collect and remember key details about your contact that you'll be able to use in the future.
The Ultimate Networking Tool gives you organic, situational mentalism pieces that will create a strong impact when you make your new connection.
And best of all, it's grab and go, so you'll always be ready to make a lasting connection.
Absolutely. So you do a couple of gags, then you get them to write their details down, whatever they're comfortable with, for you to call them up tomorrow or email them tomorrow. But just before you walk away forever, you do a trick and you reveal some information that they've written on that card. They can write a name, a colour, they can draw a shape or a
So
small design.
it's a mind-reading type trick.
It's a mind-reading trick, but it's on the tail end of you getting all their details.
Great.
In a very compact, easy, analog style wallet.
Yep.
No great technology. There's a pencil in there too, so you can use the pencil. It's very neat.
Yep.
And it's I know that this is quite inexpensive because I had a chat with Sean about it, and it's nicely packaged. It comes with a DVD. This gets my vote. I think it's awesome.
Trick of the week, even.
Trick of the week from me. I think everyone should buy one of these.
Wow.
Even if even if you get a couple of bits, even if you get 3 people's emails from this, and they all decide they're going to pay you for their gig, and it's just a great peak device as well.
Yep. Okay. So
I'd buy this.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I can have it for free. But I would buy it.
We send all the bad stuff back to Sean.
Yeah, all the bad stuff.
No, this is great. Now, very important to note, this is not a trick that you would just break out of nowhere. This is one of those sort of routines that needs to happen more organically, I'd suggest.
Yeah, I think you'd probably just be... It's almost like you just use it for the purpose it's been designed for.
That's right. So
because the cards in question that come with it, they have they're laid out. There's boxes. It's sectionalized. It's like your email, your phone number. It's like you're giving them a sheet to fill out so you can call them tomorrow.
So,
and one bit at the bottom for them to write the secret information that you'll then reveal.
Yeah. So if you ask for somebody's business card and they say, "Yeah, here I have one," you don't do this trick.
No, you don't do this trick.
No,
you just take it.
There'll be no need for it.
Yeah.
This trick is specifically designed for people when you ask people for their business card or for their details and
they don't have
written down.
It's a way around you not having to lose out on work.
Yep.
And at the same time, you can cover the fact that you've got these unusual comedy business cards by doing a trick at the end.
So in terms
that's kind of what I think about
who's buying this, Dean, you'd say the professional or semi-professional looking for that type of tool?
Yeah, that probably predominantly, but I'd say that anyone should just grab one of these because I think anyone who does gigs should grab one of these.
Yep.
Because everyone who does gigs is in a situation where they can get more work. And it's flat. It could not be more flat. It goes in your top pocket of your suit jacket. Whatever, worth, like you said, the gags themselves are worth the price of admission anyway.
Yep.
The price of admission is worth you even getting one show out of this just because you don't lose out on someone's information.
Yep. So that is the ultimate networking tool. Who's this by? Jeff Kaler.
Yeah, they're a couple of nice guys.
Stuff.
They're a couple of nice guys. They present well. Just one last point on that.
Oh, yes.
If you took out the comedy business card, you could just use that as a peak wallet though.
You absolutely could.
It's fine. You put your own business cards in there. You could do any of the standard mind-reading effects that use a peak device on the market with that.
Correct.
Wallet.
Correct. Now, Dean, we have one item left in our connecting with
people episode. Nearly forgot about this.
Now, sorry, bit chilly.
You're cold.
Bit chilly.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Speaking of connecting with people, this is John Bannon's dealing with it, and as you may or may not be able to see, he is there currently connecting with a couple of ladies.
He is
on the cover.
Quite intimately connected. Well, he's not quite intimately, but they're intimately connecting with him.
Do you think they're related, like his sisters, maybe?
Look. It does look a bit like just a family portrait, doesn't it? That's not the cover of that's not the vibe they're going for. No. I know the vibe they're going for, and it's not. The vibe they're going for is not John Bannon with his sister and his wife in a family portrait.
No.
It's more of a Bond style look they're going for. It's a Bond. Are you going to read something?
I'm going to read something off the back here. Yes.
It's more of a Bond girl look. I've got a bit of an issue with this marketing, this branding. I think this bugs me. I don't think you need to pretend that you're Bond on the front cover of a DVD just to sell card tricks. But anyway, let's move on from that.
Moving on. So, Dean, if I may read from the back.
Yes.
What this DVD is, it's all of the routines from John Bannon's acclaimed GD magazine column throughout 2017. And you'd say to yourself, wow, that must be a lot of routines. Well, no, it's only 6.
Right.
But, still.
That makes it. I think that makes it more impressive, though.
Yeah.
I'm happy that there's only 6 and there isn't 60.
Yes.
Because to me, when I hear 60 genie column tricks, I think
59 of them must
all
be
good.
very good.
Yeah. But if I hear 6, I'm like, oh, Bannon really thought about this.
Yep.
He maybe put one in every 3 months or something.
Yep.
And they're all pretty good. Now he's put a DVD together. So I'm quite happy there's only 6, to be honest with you.
So this is front cover aside. Don't pay really any attention to the front cover.
It's just branding. Obviously, nothing to do with him.
But it's presented in a casual setting. He's sitting around what looks like maybe sort of like a dining table in his house or somebody else's house, doing some tricks for an assistant, and it's pretty casual, and it's, I'd say, typical John Bannon-esque style effects.
And how would you categorise a John Bannon effect? Explain what is a John Bannon effect?
So a typical John Bannon effect, if you've read any of his books like Smoke and Mirrors or Impossibilia or any of the modern classics, it's double lift, it's Elmsley counts, it's transposition type effects, it's switches.
Interesting switches.
It's
like open switches, right?
Browy add-ons, it's all those types of moves that, we already do. I presume you do, I know you do.
I used to do a lot. Well, I remember when I first read Smoke and Mirrors and I thought, wow, I didn't know double lifts and Browy add-on moves could be so interesting.
Yep.
I remember thinking, wow, these are really tight, weird, unusual effects. Easy to do, but like a card would be put in between 2 queens here and would just vanish and be somewhere else because you'd already set work that's like 1-2 steps ahead of the game.
Yeah, he's great at doing the 1 step ahead.
Yeah, he's great one ahead man, this guy.
Type effects.
And I remember I loved Smoke and Mirrors and it was so well illustrated.
Yeah, and there's an ace assembly in here as well. Small packet ace assembly, a bit like Jazz Aces in a way with a reversal. Yeah. And look, it's kind of neat and
easy to do as well.
Look, for the intermediate card person, I'd say this is easy to do.
Right.
For the advanced card person, this is you could probably just watch the tricks and learn how they're done
without having to watch the
because there are no real complicated sleight of hand techniques used, but still clever. But for my mind, Dean, this is still a bit samey. It's a bit.
Right, you feel like we've seen it before?
Well, I think we
from Bannon, from John Bannon.
It's the same. Then again, if you love John Bannon, this is going to be right up your alley.
If you're a Bannon fan,
you
should get this. Just add to the
Absolutely.
collection, even, isn't it? And it says Volume 1, so I assume are there more volumes now, or are there to come? Or?
Well, presumably his 2018 published Tricks in Genie will become Volume 2.
Oh, all right, I get it.
One would presume.
Yeah. Would you rather this than or the books? Bannon's got a lot of stuff.
Oh, the books. I mean, the books. You're going to get 20 or 30 tricks without any trouble.
So you've got 6. You go books over the stuff in the books. You'd go over this.
I probably would. Having said that,
stuff anyway.
There is one trick in here in particular called Heart of Glass. There it is, Heart of Glass.
Heart of Glass.
Yes. Now I showed this to Dean earlier in the flesh rather than watching.
Oh,
the DVD.
that was great. A nice way of doing that.
Nice transposition.
Transposition.
An ace and a queen.
The basic 2-card transposition, but he had a very interesting touch on it.
It's very clever. Now,
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea, and it's a great, if you like, seed of a larger trick. And I think John Bannon just maybe needed
kernel.
a kernel, yes,
Kernel
but a kernel.
But a kernel of an idea.
Yes, could have expanded upon it and made it a bigger routine. And I think if you buy this and you watch the trick Heart of Glass, take the idea, make it bigger, because I think it's you could be 2 or 3 steps ahead rather than just the one.
You think it's a bit of a sandpit that we can go and play in ourselves?
Absolutely. Bring your spade, bring your shovel. What's the difference between a spade and a shovel, Dean?
Well, I think a spade is generally considered spelled differently, isn't it?
It is
spelled differently.
And often, a lot of people would say a spade is just a spade.
Yeah, I've often said a shovel's a shovel too. Well, once you know a spade's a spade and a shovel's a shovel, you don't need to worry anymore about confusing them, do you?
Forget about it. So,
well, you've called a spade here with the Bannon DVD
I think
Kamal, certainly.
If you like John Bannon, you can't go wrong with this one. But if you're looking for something new and groundbreaking from John Bannon, this is probably not it.
What do you reckon is out there card-wise that is new and groundbreaking? Danny Doherty, is that about it right now?
He's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
It's a little bit different.
Psychological.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Dean, I should mention one other thing about this. In the instructions for this DVD, there is one...
Instructions for a DVD?
Instructions for a DVD, sorry. In the instructional piece of the DVD.
Yeah.
And it is a real DVD, it's not a download.
Right.
One part of the instructions involves a card being selected and then controlled. Unfortunately, that card is flashed by John Bannon to the camera.
Right.
Now, you'd think he'd reshoot it or cut it or do something. He didn't.
You got a problem with that?
A little bit of a problem. I mean, it's film. If we made a mistake on an episode, like we often do...
Well, we would stop and start again.
We would stop and start again. Go back to the
we'd
start.
even stop and start again if we thought it was a little bit,
We've been 20 minutes
unsavory.
into an episode and started again.
We've gone, we shouldn't have done that. Let's just go back.
Yep.
Yeah, we have been 20 minutes into an episode.
Yep. So I think you just reshoot it. It's just...
Well, that was my issue last fortnight as well with the Jamie and Swiss, or whenever we reviewed the Jamie and Swiss Cups and Balls.
Yep.
I felt that should have been, he was the live studio audience.
The whole thing, redo the whole thing, scrap it and start from the beginning.
I felt that they should have gone back over some of those moves, but
That's okay. But yeah, so that's John Bannon's dealing with it. Fair warning, does not come with the ladies on the front.
Does not come with John Bannon's sister or his wife, or whoever those two Bond girls happen to be. It's very Bond, isn't it?
A little bit.
Don't you think it's the vibe? It's like the vibe is James Bond does card tricks. It's fine. It's just I don't think it's necessary. But having said that, it is quite cool looking. And how else would you mark like a fan of cards?
I suppose.
I mean, there's only so much you can do, isn't there? I mean, like good on him for doing something different. I reckon. Big Blind Media.
Wait,
What's
so
the
you
name of that guy?
panned the cover at the start.
I loved it again.
Now you've loved it.
But I have a habit of doing that.
Yeah,
What's the name of the guy that owns Big Blind Media? Is it Liam something?
I have no
He
idea.
owns the Supreme Magic Company now too.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember his full name, but he's pretty with it and they pull a lot of stuff out. Is that the end?
That's the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so
Pretty
much, boys
exciting.
and girls, and other species. Thank you so much for joining us here on Magic Mornings. No doubt when we're back, it'll still be a beautiful Melbourne morning.
It sure
and
will.
we will be here from Piper Magic. Give them a call with any of your magic-related needs. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Cheers.
Yes.
Lovely to see you again. Come on. I got water in there this week, didn't I?
It's beautiful. It's
Still empty. Still empty.